Let's go! Cool kids step to the front. Cool kids. Too sweet sign for the click.
Bitch, you don't work
Gotta
there.
get the people what they want. Gotta get eradicate quick. Yeah, I'm up next on the Prince. They ain't been the same ever since. Living pretty
You're gonna
well
be
on the
single for the
challenge.
rest of your
I ain't
life.
giving no chance like this. Brock Lesnar on the beat.
Look at the heat.
Eat, sleep,
Look at
flex,
the
and
heat.
repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece.
Watch
See the
that.
power level gotta increase.
I get no bitches.
I'm a hoe. Feeling like Gresh and Suela.
Enough.
Let's go. Oh, man. Those intros, buddy. We live, baby. Hey. We live.
Line.
Line.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna start looking at the camera and just be like, line. Did I forget?
What's my line?
Like, did I go now? Like,
Go now? All right. Let me do it officially.
oh man, like, yeah, y'all know what's so funny about that though? Like, I'm actually thinking about getting into central casting because I don't know. But I'm gonna make some bloopers because they ain't gonna be boring. Like, like, oh, I'm supposed to go now. Like, oh, dang, my bad.
I was vibing to the theme song. That's
Oops.
my bad. My bad.
My bad, dog.
I was still vibing in season 1. I ain't know we start right now.
Was that your cue? I'm sorry. My
Sorry
bad,
about
dog. That's on me, y'all. That's on me.
Sorry about that.
Then the radio gonna be like, get out. Like,
I'm sorry about that.
get out and come back when you get yourself together.
I am my.
Get out.
You're
Oh,
fired. You're fired from your own fucking podcast. Get the fuck out. You're done. We don't want you. Matter of fact, this is Suela Unleashed. This is no longer Gresh Unleashed. You are done, you
out.
motherfucker. Because you keep saying
Yes, sir.
line. What is my line? Oh yeah, that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mamas, baby daddies, non-binary pals, and everybody in between. Welcome back to a bonus edition of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. I remember my line this time, but you know who I am. You know, if you don't know at this point, then that's a you problem. But you know who I am. I'm that guy. What is my fucking name? Oh, yes. I am the voice that does the most. I am Gresh. And joining me as always is the queen of rebels herself, Suela the Bandit. And joining me once again is my right-hand man, the right-hand man to the tribal oos. I want to say chief because that's Roman Reigns. He's the right-hand man. Here's my man. Here's my main man. Hi-Lite Real. What's good with y'all?
What's good, family? Hey, we back on the Gresh Unleashed podcast, y'all. Always a vibe. What's happening, fam? Been a minute since we had the whole trio. Suela, what's up?
What's up, man?
Man.
Hey, look, he got the whole In Vogue shirt on. I see
Bruh,
you.
boy,
Like,
you know we-
a lot of memories.
Man, look, hey, you know, I wearing like that, you know what I'm saying? You had to pull out the info on them, boy. You was like, hey, it's time, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ready.
It's always a vibe on this podcast because this is the only way we can do it. Because hey, you gotta be real.
Yes.
And we gotta be real. This was probably the best show in a minute.
I like it. I enjoyed it. Every bit of it, actually.
I
Like,
did not look at my phone. I probably looked at my phone to tweet my random thoughts because if you don't follow me, I literally live tweet my thoughts. But I was like, damn, this is actually. It felt like takeover, like the old takeovers. To me. Like nothing felt like it was just there just to be there. It just everything had a purpose.
I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy like every bit of it. I ain't gonna lie. Like aside from the end when everybody started singing, because then I was like,
God.
man, like I'm about to fall asleep. Like,
I said, what is this?
I was like, oh God, like what y'all
What is
do? Like,
I'm like, cut this nigga mic off.
somebody
But I had
give
that
me.
feeling. I was like, somebody gonna start singing. I say they gonna start singing, chanting. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something.
I
And
know.
singing it was. I said, oh, see,
I'm like,
I knew it.
I don't know why when he started singing, I was like, I just wanted to start breaking out. It's so hard to say goodbye.
You know.
Man.
You know.
I was like, okay, like we singing now. All right.
Your boy wants to go.
I don't know the song, so I can't chime in. Like I can't.
It's so
Your
hard.
boy.
I can't chime in. I can't sing nothing. I gotta just listen.
Yesterday.
That makes it hard. Like I want to participate.
I don't know.
Here's the real reason behind the In Vogue shirt, ladies and gentlemen. All that singing had a brother want to go back to R&B. You feel me?
About to make me go release that single that will never see the light of day again. Like, oh, shit. If you can put out trash, if you can put out mid, I can put out mid. Let's do it.
All right,
What?
let's do that then.
Like, God damn.
Like Gresh into the sound bite. Hey, this ain't sing along with the champ.
Like the rock singing. He's like, hey.
I know one thing. I gotta give it to Gresh because when we did the episode, like what was that, Thursday?
Yeah.
I think. Man, the fact that you said that you wanted Dominic to turn, I was like, yeah.
I was mad because I'm like, bro, you couldn't turn during the match. The judge lost again.
I was like, oh. I was like, well.
That is a fair point.
Gresh needs to get a cut. Like, this doesn't make no sense.
I need to get a cut for that main event, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
I know I need to cut for the main event, but the fact that, like, you was like, Dominic's going to turn. Like, I just want him to turn. I said, man, yes, well.
You got to pay attention, though. Like, I'm not going to take full. It's like they literally gave it to you clear as day. Like, hey, this man, he's. Because he's like, my dad took the side of the man who's literally been making our life a living hell for the past, however long ago was WrestleMania. And he's like, okay, since you're taking this side, I'm about to
have to turn on both of y'all. Like, like, okay.
Dominic did it for his real daddy. Long live Eddie. Long live Eddie.
Dominic Guerrero was in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, but for those of you who don't know what we're talking about WWE Clash at the Castle that was live from Cardiff, Wales. It was a 1 p.m. show. I actually watched the kickoff too. I
didn't even watch the kickoff.
I watched it. It was It was the Street Profits and Madcap Moss versus Austin Theory and Alpha Academy.
Okay.
You mean Austin got your knocked the hell out?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Homeboy, have you seen him? Homeboy still sleep. Homeboy got straight sunglasses on the flight back to the U.S.
Okay, we off to a good start because I sure didn't catch it.
Yeah, the Street Profits and Madcap Moss picked up the win. I saw someone on Twitter. They was like, Madcap Moss would have killed it in SmackDown 2003. Because his gimmick, because his I guess whatever he is. I don't know if he has a character, but just being full of energy. He give me John Cena before he became Thugonomics vibes.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing. Like, that's why I kind of looked at, like, when him and Theory fought, I was sitting there getting, like, that whole Randy Orton, John Cena, like, in their early day vibe. Like, when they both kind of, like, really cook and they marinated, you're going to look back at that and be like, man, we remember when both of these was goofy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And then
he said cooking marinate.
The kickoff, so I guess apparently, like, if we look at WWE.com, it was 7 matches for this entire show.
Oh, wow.
Kickoff included.
Better than 11, goddamn.
Right.
11 on the main show. Like, literally 11 fucking matches on the main show and 4 on the kickoff or the 0 hour. My nigga, what?
Gosh.
Oh my god, bro.
That's a lot, and they trying to figure out who's gonna sit through all that like that.
And shout out to X3 when he put on Twitter, he said, "Man, if y'all gonna watch Worlds Collide and All Out, your eyes gonna be looking like the hot dog after it's cooked, just split.
Yeah.
You gonna be done.
Yep.
Boy, you
I
gonna
was
take
like,
a real break.
Like, oh, it's gonna be some matches. I'll probably watch them. There's gonna be some matches. I'm gonna walk away. I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me. That's gonna be like probably
Exit
like
stage left.
That'll be like 95% of the matches too.
Oh man.
Nah, I felt like that immediately. I saw like on Twitter after Clash of Castle went off, and I was like, dang, well, we got this going down, and you got UFC happening in Paris going down today too. And I'm like, nope, not happening. I'll watch it tomorrow
I'll
or
watch that shit
Monday.
tomorrow or
Like, no.
Monday since it's a holiday because it's
Right,
is it
I
Memorial Day?
really can watch it Monday. Like, oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh.
ain't got shit to do Monday. But then we started off the main show with the 6-woman tag team match, and I was like, oh, we're starting off with this. Let's get it. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, who said fuck that doll, and Asuka
Right.
versus Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. And
Oh,
Damage
man.
Control came out to a new theme song, and
I was like, man, I might have to switch my statement.
listen, Def Rebel, we got to get you out of there. You are releasing too much mid. Come on.
I was like, I like this right now. Like, I might have to.
I'm gonna have to listen to the studio version.
Like, retract my choice because I was like, man,
I'm gonna have to listen to the studio version before I get my final judgment. But it's like, bro, can Triple H's biggest W on getting people back is bringing back Jim Johnson? Hell, at this point,
that would be nice.
Hell, at this point,
Bring that man out of retirement.
At this
Yeah,
point, go reach out to Mikey Ruckus and see if he can
Go
work a
ahead.
dual contract with with both companies.
go ahead.
Because damn, man, Def Rebel, someone needs to find Def Rebel, go to their studio and delete their Fruity Loops app. Just delete the hard drive, delete the apps, delete the plugins, delete everything y'all own because they are.
Everything.
Every time I hear anything with Def Rebel, they got the music that you know how when you're a kid and you just learn how to play the drums and you be like, "Look, mommy, look what I can do. Look what I can do, mommy. Hey, I can do." That's how mid they are, bro. Oh my god,
That's pretty mid.
What was y'all thoughts on this match? We can start with Suela.
I ain't gonna lie, I did like this match, but best believe I kind of wanted to take my choice back because I was like, dang, like I slick wanted Dakota kind of to win because I was like, God, I was like, how's this going right now? I might have to rethink my whole entire statement. Like why I pick y'all?
She went with Bayley and the squad, and I went with Damien. I said because I looked at it like this. I was like, they could not afford a loss after whatever that was with the women's tag team tournament. So I was like, yeah, they won. They got to.
Like, man,
And
like,
as soon as they came out with that
bad.
entrance music and the graphics, I was like, yeah, they winning.
Yep. I
I'm like,
said,
yeah.
well, you done killed my dream. I might as well go ahead and join the other side now. Like, dang, y'all do me like that.
Facts. Oh, no, that's real. That's
And
real.
on a whim because of the song. And I was like, oh, great.
Like, great, yeah, they definitely winning because they got the
Finna
full
win.
presentation. Yeah, the full. But we can't say that shit though because Drew got the full presentation later on. That nigga still lost.
The presentation, the home court advantage, you name it. I mean, he got it all.
broken dreams. Back. He got broken
all of
dreams.
it. He brought all that back. He said, you know what? Since we are over here trying to relive, childhood, let's bring this back.
He brought broken dreams and everything back, and that
I was
man
like,
still.
man.
That man still.
You still lost. I was like, God.
God damn it, Drew.
Oh boy. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
dang.
man.
That's messed up.
Hi-Lite,
So.
what was your thoughts on this 6-woman tag?
I thought it was a solid way to start things off. You know, I kind of figured based off the card that looked like the type of match you would start things off with. All the ladies did their thing, man. I wasn't even mad at the outcome, truth be told, with Bianca taking the fall. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Bayley doing that, it sets up the continuation of that feud, the one-on-one, so it makes sense. And it still makes Bianca look strong because it took like all three of them to basically do that. So it was like, you know what I mean? So it's not even making Bianca look weak or anything. Like, that was a good, solid way to book champions losing. You know what I mean? So, like, I think that was pretty smooth. We'll see how they continue this from here. You know, hopefully we don't keep getting these 6-on-6 type things per se. Like, hopefully it transitions to.
To be honest with you, Asuka and Alexa, they still a random tag team to me. So.
Me too. This is where I wish, like, if Kairi Sane were back, for example, it would have made a little more sense.
More sense.
You know what I'm saying?
I like the fact that they acknowledged Asuka and Io teaming up with Io's sister.
Yeah.
What was the group's name? I forgot the group's name.
Tried something.
Was it?
It got a T in there. Yeah, the triple something. I forgot.
Let me pull up Twitter because we live to because I care. I want y'all to know exactly who these people are.
Come on, facts.
Let me pull them up because I think shout out Phoenix Nitro because he actually put it Triple Tails.
The Triple Tails, okay.
Triple Tails.
Yeah.
It was Io. It was Io, Asuka, and her sister. I believe Mia. I believe it was Mio. I think that was her name. But Michael Cole, because shout out Michael Cole. This man was in his bag the entire night. Like, I know we shit on Michael Cole when he was in the Vince era, but this man was in his bag the entire night. I respect that. I respect you, man, because this dude. Shout out to that Yankees reference too.
Yes, facts.
Yes.
Hey, that's how you know our boy Pat McAfee been rubbing off on him for real, man. That boy getting his reference game up. I'm like, okay, I see you, Mike.
He said the Mysterio family falling like the New York Yankees. I'm like, fuck.
So, well, for God's sakes, what are you doing, kid? What are you doing?
Me out there, like, just like, yeah.
Oh my goodness, yo. Oh boy, I ain't even mad at it, man.
He did great.
That was great.
Hilarious. That was hilarious. But I one thing I kind of my only nitpick about the outcome was, did Asuka and Alexa go to sleep at the end?
That's what I was wondering the same thing though. They disappeared.
I was like, dang, they ain't here.
That was the only thing.
Where y'all at? Like, on the ground, probably passed out. Where? Like,
I was
the cameraman, at least, like, come on. Like,
but they
where they at?
So hopefully there's more to the story, and hopefully there's more to that women's tag team title tournament final, because I know it was poorly received, but at some point we're going to put the titles on Dakota. And speaking of titles, you think this is our next women's match for the Raw Women's Championship?
Yeah,
most definitely.
likely.
Like, how do you expect this to come? I'm gonna start with Suela. How do you expect this outcome to come? Bianca Belair versus Bayley at some point for the Raw Women's Championship.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Who's to say, if Bayley gets the belt back? However, who's to say, like, maybe we get a surprise interference? I'm just saying.
Are you talking about Sasha and Naomi?
Shut up. I might be. But who's to say? I'm just saying it could go like that.
Okay.
Like, who knows?
I'll take that as your answer. Hi-Lite your thoughts on this potentially being a program, because Bayley got the win over. She pinned the champion, despite that interesting where her partners basically abandoned her. But your thoughts on Bianca versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship? Because in my opinion, I want to see it back because the I Quit match that was supposed to happen before Bayley got injured. So
agreed. I'm glad you brought that up, because I really do feel like this is what we've been waiting for from the time we were at SummerSlam and we saw that Bayley epic entrance with these two, right? And we knew like, okay, especially since that was like Triple H's first official like takeover of that night, like just being able to like be in full control. You know he knows about that, and he's gonna reference it. We've seen how they've been doing a great job referencing things from NXT. So they're not gonna not reference that the last time they were finna face in a heated feud, Bayley got injured and was out. You know what I mean? So at that time when that obviously happened, we knew that was at a time where Bayley wasn't gonna win because it was like Bianca had just got that title at that time back then, but like now, shoot, Bianca could have been on top for a minute. She's been doing a thing for a minute. And ain't too many people left that she could really beat right now, you know, while Triple H is still kind of working on that outside of like maybe Rhea, you know. So unless they plan on having Rhea take that title off of her, it looks like it could very much be Bayley right now. And they may put the gold on all the, you know, the whole faction get the gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's been a minute. Have we ever had an all-women's faction with championships in WWE?
Nah, that I recall.
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
and if we have, it's been a while. If we have,
you could probably say Late Cool, but that was just a tag team.
That's true. That was
I've never really.
And they were like co-champions.
Co-champions. So
yeah,
it's like I don't really. So if they do go that route, I wouldn't be against it. But hopefully they let Bianca get some more, I guess you could say, wins under her belt before they finally take it off, or find a way to do it. And then if they take it off, like say what's coming up, Survivor Series. Well, that's Raw versus SmackDown, ain't it?
Yeah, that we know of. That's usually what it is. But Triple H may try to mix that up a little bit.
Okay, because I know Michael Cole referenced it when they was plugging it the other week. He was like, well, only time of year that Raw and SmackDown goes head to head. And I'm like, fuck you.
Well, now one cool thing is, I mean, Triple H has been doing good sticking to the principle of like, these guys are Raw, these guys are SmackDown, but there have still been like crossovers. So I feel like I trust Triple H in terms of what he's going to try to do with that. Even, you know, we'll see how it plays out.
Okay. So other than that, that's our thoughts on the 6-woman tag team match. Next up, we had one of the best matches I've ever seen in recent memory.
Come on.
We had for the Intercontinental Championship. My God. That's all I can say is my God. My God. So, side note, we had a reuniting of Imperium. Giovanni Da Vinci. Is it Giovanni Da Vinci? Giovanni Da Vinci reunited with Ludwig Kaiser. So, boy,
I really did enjoy this.
All I gotta say is like we can't even do this match justice. Like, just truly go out your way and watch this. Please go watch this. It was just so much to digest because like I put out a tweet. I was like, man, no flips, no substance. It's literally just two grown ass men beating the shit out of each other and possibly going to drink all the beer right afterwards.
Facts.
Definitely.
That's literally how you can explain Sheamus versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Shout out to the chat. I see some people hopping in. What's up with y'all? Welcome to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. If you're new around here, I am the voice that does the most. Gresh, that's Suela the Bandit, and that is one of my right hand man, Hi-Lite Real, aka Hi-Lite of the Life. So check him out over the Lights of Box podcast. But we here talking about Clash of the Champions, or not Clash of the Champions, Clash at the Castle. Excuse me, got the clashes.
Clash of Champions. I see what you. Yeah.
Clash of the Champions, Clash at the Castle, and live in Cardiff, Wales. If you're joining live, make sure you hit that follow button wherever you listen to the podcast. But this match, Gunther, the Ring General or Ring General, Gunther. Boy, what was your favorite part about this match that you can really put into words? We're going to start off with Hi-Lite.
Man, I just love, well, first of all, I like the way it even started off, kind of continuing off that SmackDown situation, only this time since Imperium is whole. How you just literally had like Gunther and Sheamus just standing there at a stalemate while like their goons are just going at it and just like, you know. still continuing the story of just like, yo, we gonna make y'all wait for this. And boy, was that worth the wait.
That was worth it.
Man, my chest still hurt just off seeing like how red them boys' chest is. And like this my favorite, like out of any style next to lucha style, that stiff style is my favorite. Because that stiff style, bruh, is just when it's straight up bruiser, you feel that 10 times more because it's like it shows like everybody out there that try to be like, man, wrestling fake. You be like, all right, go watch this match one time and you tell me how fake you think that is right now. I want you to feel that. Cause if they did that to you, boy, you gonna be lit up. You ain't gonna be able to lay down for weeks. You gonna be it's what? You gonna be tightening up like a stripper, boy. Don't get out of here.
You gonna have me out here embracing my inner Uncle Ruckus. I apologize, my
Hey, and real talk. At the end of the day, in the words of Booker T, no bread, no bread, no water, just meat.
Or what Big E said. Let's embrace Big E. You want your 5-star classics? You want your 20-minute matches? Not me. I want these big men with big chests.
That's right.
Big traps.
All right.
And big glutes. Bumping me.
Oh my God.
Big meaty men smacking me.
All day, baby. You got that and then some. I'll tell you. Boy, that boy Big E was probably having one heck of an orgasm watching that one. Boy, I know he was wherever he was at watching that. That boy was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That boy gave it a 5 standing ovation.
Like, that's what I can't see right now.
Straight up.
Boy, I was like, yo. And then I think I saw someone, shout out to the professor on Twitter. He was like, hey, y'all gonna be in New Orleans for SmackDown. I'm gonna take 2 chops from Gunther. Are you insane or high or both? Because, boy, if I'm a wrestler and I go to Triple H, say, hey, Triple H, I don't have a match tonight. So who can you put me in somebody? All right, I'm gonna give you Gunther. I apologize for my outburst.
Right. I was a little too eager.
You know what? Soon. I appreciate the catering. You know they got some fish and grits.
But that's the thing. You got to be more specific. You just can't say I just want to fight because then at that point you're not saying who.
You know what? I appreciate my chest. I don't want to look like Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
So, because he gonna change.
Yeah.
I retract my statement.
He gonna make my chest meet up with my back. It's gonna literally be flat. So,
is there a way we can sit back down and talk about this?
Can I face?
Have a meeting? Can we have a sit down?
Can I face Giovanni? You want me to face who?
And then they're gonna be looking at you like, well,
like
you didn't say who, so I mean,
Mama.
Had me confused.
Oh no.
Well, let me call my family and tell them I love them right quick before I.
He's trying to kill me. Triple H trying to kill me, but nah, for real though. This match, like they fighting all the plays. I'm like, I'm not even finna give y'all a analysis or nothing. Like this literally was a match that I was like, I had to literally sit down because I'm enjoying a patented vape of Kush. So I was like, all right. I'm gonna have to after that match. I'm going to have to take at least two puffs to relax because I was like,
I gotta process this.
I gotta process because these was literally 2 grown ass men just beating the shit out of each other, and I'm pretty sure once they got to that back, they was probably hugging and like, hey, you want to go get a cigarette?
Yep.
Boy.
And
like, yeah, the world is better now. Like, we fought. Okay, cool. Let's go have a beer. Like, I'm good. Let's go get some whiskey. Let's take some shots or something. I'm all right. Let's go get food.
And shout out.
I ain't mad no more.
Shout out to this image right here. Sheamus
yes.
his flowers.
Yes.
I want to
With
get
the
y'all
flag though, do y'all see that man back there with that orange shirt on? Like look on to like the right with the big Irish flag. That was lit for me. I was like,
they need to give a image of, like, you know how they got this shot. They need to get another shot with that fan and Sheamus over his shoulder so they can, because that was his country. Yo, man,
he was representing well, like for sure.
No, he was representing Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
you talking
finally Sheamus getting his recognition that he deserves. Because I see a lot of people, they be like, "Oh, Sheamus is mid, this, that, and third." And I'm like, nah, you gotta give this. Honestly, I know we give Roman Reigns his flowers for returning as a heel, but we gotta always give Sheamus his flowers for what him and Drew went through during the pandemic as well, because he carried that pandemic as well. Like after he left the Jeff Hardy little gimmick when it first started, once they went to the Thunderdome, he was one of the highlights.
Yeah.
As far as in-ring wise. So that whole notion of trying to say, oh, like if they were to tell me that they was going to put the title or a title on Sheamus, I'd be like, I would not bat an eye. I'd be like, okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Let him have it.
Big facts.
Because it's like, yo, this man is literally killing it, and you can't tell me different. You cannot tell me different, because that man is out here just doing the damn thing. And speaking of doing the damn thing, next up we're gonna talk about, but make sure you guys check out that match for sure. For sure, if you haven't already. And it is insane. But speaking of doing the damn thing, we had next up for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan defending against Shayna Baszler. I actually enjoyed this match more than the Ronda match at SummerSlam. Way more. And I was like, now, this was what the story that they were going for. I could tell that it's like, okay, they're trying to make up for that SummerSlam finish where she didn't win clean. She had to, I guess, whatever. And people started booing her. So this one, she was fighting underneath, that being Liv Morgan. And now she picked up the win and retained the title after pinning her. I think we both picked Shayna to win. So we was like, oh, well, I was like, well, my bad.
Yeah. I was like, oh, gosh, okay.
And I'm like, all right, cool. But I enjoyed it. Like this made both women look strong. Like nobody didn't look out of place, in my opinion. It was a solid main event. What are your thoughts on this match, starting with Suela?
I'm not gonna lie, I did like it, but I ain't gonna lie though. Like every time I see like Shayna go for that clutch, it's like, dang man, like what you gonna do? You gonna tap or what? Like you know this hurt. Like come on, like
that's why you're number champion.
Like come on now, she's like, nah, I ain't going out like that. But it's like, are you sure? But I ain't gonna lie though, I like the whole thing, especially like from getting like to the beginning, like all the way down. I was like, okay, you know what? You got my attention. Like I'm fine with it. Like there was no outside interference going on. There was no
that's why I said
bad
Ronda,
sportsmanship even after. Like it was cool. Like I was like, okay, this is all right.
That's why I was like, after SmackDown, I'm like, Ronda, please chill. Like, let this be straight up. We don't need no interference, because they still been doing the whole build with Ronda. I was like,
yeah, I heard her suspension got lifted.
Yeah, it was on SmackDown.
Okay.
And Adam Pearce.
And then they said she worked for Adam Pearce. I was
Adam Pearce snapped. Adam Pearce snapped. He finally snapped. And then Ronda I guess she got her heat back. He like, I apologize, my outburst. I was not the same man I was 5 seconds ago.
That boy pulled out his inner ninja, boy. Man said, oh, hell no. I said, wait. Said, hold up. Did Adam Pearce just say that? Did he get black just for a second? Like, I was like, wait a minute. Not like he said, oh hell no. Not even a hell no. Like I was like, wait, you said no. You said that like a nigga. I was like, hold up. What? Let me find out.
They came from his soul. Like
he was scared for his life. I am fighting. I'm fighting for my fucking life.
That
Y'all
man
me with this shit, man.
That man reached deep down to
Y'all
get that out.
me.
I said that's a lot of emotion behind that tone you got going on, Adam. What's up?
Tell me about it. Oh my goodness gracious. My boy trying to have a moment for real. Hello,
like Rhonda, I didn't say that. I didn't mean to say that. Use your common sense. I didn't say that. That was the other person. I apologize for my outburst.
That's a whole other entity. That
I
was not the same man I was 5 seconds ago.
I retract the following statements that were made. I most sincerely did not mean
I apologize for my outburst. I really do.
I don't even think that was my side. Who was that man? I don't even know who that was.
That was not me that day.
Donna, pimp down. Pimp in distress. Go blue. Bitch, you hear me?
Oh man.
That wasn't me.
Boy.
What happens, man? When you got a lot of anger and you see red, you ain't yourself. You are not yourself. I apologize. I got a lot of trauma going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting it addressed. But just bear with me. I'm working on it.
Bear with me. Hey, that's my arm. Let it go.
I'm sorry. I thought you was Roman Reigns.
I'm going to therapy.
I still can't get over what Roman did to me. He pumped me out in front of everybody. I'm sorry. I just had to let it go.
Still suffering. It's okay.
He was going through. That was 2 years. Him snapping. That was 2 years of frustration going off. Like this man was.
Hey, and guess what? Your boy Jay next. Your boy Jay next.
They were whooping his ass in the quote tweets.
Oh my god,
hey,
man.
I feel so
bad that you brought that up because I was like, dang, I was saying, yeah, Jay is gonna be right along with it. Like, oh gosh,
Jay Uso right there. Yep, he next. He gonna be next. Johnson said it. He was like, Gresh. He was like, that man stressed. Why?
Yeah,
it ain't too long. Bro.
Like, think about it. Like, he's stressed. He already stressing out. So it's like, dang, I can't take my aggression on the person I want to. So I gotta take it out on Sammy. Like, and Sammy's a perfect candidate right now.
Yep.
You're the victim of choice. Because if I go back over here, if I go back and
if I try to run this back, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. They're gonna beat my ass. They're gonna beat my ass in the quote tweets. Shit.
Like, I'm gonna have my time, but it ain't gonna be right now. I'm just brewing.
But
I'm plotting right now. I can't do what I want to do.
But Hi-Lite, your thoughts on this women's championship match?
Man, hey, you know what? So with that one, man, I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't out of all these, it wasn't my favorite per se. So I was like, I guess respectfully, I'll say it was like the worst out of the lineup of them, at least to me. But I still saw the story it was telling, and I do appreciate that. Like you said, they were giving Liv a little more justification back. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like being, I like how they just threw in the fact that she was been training with Matt Riddle to get some MMA moves. I was like,
yeah,
okay, that's a good little plugger in there to just be like, how is she gonna, try to make it believable that she beat Shayna? Like, oh yeah, she's been training with somebody that legit knows MMA, so like he taught her some moves, like pulling out an armbar on Shayna, and Shayna selling it, her selling it with the arm, like that. So I respected stuff like that. I just felt like maybe at the start of it was a little slow because I felt like Liv still kind of wrestles a little nervous from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think she's still kind of getting used to this I'm the champ now vibe. Like, the confidence is getting there, but like in-ring's got to match the confidence. And I think at times she still gets a little too nervous of like, if I mess up, I may never get in this spot again. So let me try to make sure I'm doing my best. So I think once she gets to the point where she's not thinking as hard in ring with some of the moves she does and just like flows, and sometimes it just takes the perfect partner for her. You know what I'm saying? Shayna was a good start, but I think once she gets that real perfect partner for her to help her really say, okay, now I'm at my level I need to be, she's gonna be good. But I'm, hey, she'll keep growing. She's reminding me of Trish when Trish was first champ. It was the same case when Trish had her first run. Like, Trish wasn't fully peaked out in her first run, but over time she got it, and it made sense. So, good job, Liv. Keep working at it. Hopefully the fans don't turn on her now. Hopefully they still. I don't know. I'm worried with the way Ronda getting. I'm worried. I don't know.
Ronda we ain't got to worry about Ronda because she was like, oh, all these people are cheering. I'm like, 10 people were cheering on Friday. Calm down. Calm down. Like, all these people are cheering. No, calm the fuck down. It was like 10 people and most of us piped in. Calm down. No. Because whenever because Adam Pearce cut a better promo than Ronda will ever in her life.
Got that right.
Anyway, next up we got Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. What did y'all think about the match? I ain't gonna lie to you. It wasn't a bad match. I just didn't really care for it like that. Because I was more so paying too much attention to Dom. Like, what the fuck?
Dominic was under pressure. Sorry. Yeah, he was for real. Like, I'm finna I can't do this no more.
I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, here's my theory.
I got from him, but like he's just under pressure. Like I can't do it.
Here's my theory on why Dom did what he did. Because let's just cut to the chase. The Judgment Day lost again.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, they just lose it. They lose it with a banger theme song by Alter Bridge. The other side. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But the ending was where the drama reside. The Mysterios Rey Mysterio and Edge won, but Dominic turned on both Edge and Rey Mysterio, his own flesh and blood, allegedly. You know who your real dad is, Eddie. But
I'm done.
But what did you think about, like, did you here's my theory on why he turned on his daddy. He was so enjoying getting his ass whooped by Rhea Ripley that when Ray saved him, he was like, why did you stop me from getting my ass whooped? That was my kink. Because I feel like that's his kink. He enjoys getting his ass whooped by Rhea Ripley.
Oh, God.
What are y'all thoughts on this entire ending? Like, where do you see them going with this story? Do you think I saw someone they was like, oh, I wouldn't put him with the Judgment Day. I wouldn't be surprised if they
unless he goes solo, just be by himself.
No, he sucks. So no.
I know it's just yeah, but
do you guys see him going with Legado? Because they're getting called up. Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar,
maybe
the whole quartet. Because if you remember back at NXT when Ray and Dom went down, Santos shook his hand a little extra long. So it's like I won't be against. The only downside is that would mean Legado will have to go to Raw, and Raw has way too many people already. SmackDown needs help.
Yeah.
But first, to get you guys individual thoughts on where you see Dom going, where do you see him going with this one? We're gonna start with Hi-Lite.
So, well, into theory about Legado, right? Like, I mean, it could work, but like, from what I understand, or at least from what I've heard rumor wise, they are going the SmackDown route with that stable. So unless somehow Dom's like, leaving Raw to go to SmackDown, I don't know if they're going to really do that per se, but you never know. Because like you said, Raw is like the 3-hour show. So, I mean, if they're trying to fill up more time in between, but Triple H has been doing a pretty solid job with not making it feel as long. So, I mean, I do that. I have a love angle kind of. Yeah, there is a love angle somewhere with Rhea and Dom somehow. I don't know. I wouldn't go that extreme with what you did, sir. But there's like, I'm getting
weird analogy. But
that's his dominatrix. I'm trying to tell you. That's
I don't know. Maybe, bro. I'm getting like Maybe I shouldn't make that comparison. Never mind. I was gonna say I'm getting like Tay Mello and Sammy Guevara vibes, but then again, never mind. I take that back. Maybe not there. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. I kind of like the loner idea with him. Maybe like disappearing for a minute and disappears. We don't see him for a while. Like he doesn't even explain his case yet. Maybe maybe Ray and them are trying to get a hold to figure out why he did it, but he's not like responding. Kind of like taking some time. Yeah, like he's taking some time. And then while he's doing that, like off television, maybe he's like training some more, developing a new move set, just different things to kind of surprise us. Where we're like, oh, where was this Dom at the whole time? Maybe he's gonna like develop some, show back up. Dare I say, possibly have a mask? Maybe not. I don't know. It's possible.
It could lead to a match with Ray, and he can take the mask.
He could. That's always a thought too. That is always a thought. I mean, if anybody's gonna take that mask off Ray, since it's never happened,
it's gonna be done
intentionally. Yeah, since it's never. I mean, we know it's come off before a few times.
Oh yeah,
like,
with Eddie. With Eddie.
Yeah,
but
never like
to take it off was Eddie. Yeah. And Chris.
Yeah,
Chris Jericho.
Jericho, yeah. Because I was gonna say, like, as far as intentionally, like, for the world to just publicly see, because he's always covered up even when it came off. But like, if it's like, no, they're seeing your face in WWE sense, that would make sense if Dom does that. I can see that.
Okay. So, your thoughts on where you see them going with Dom, a heel Dom?
I honestly wouldn't mind him in. I want honestly. See what I'm talking about? Tongue tied. This is ridiculous. I would love to see a father versus son match. I'm not gonna lie about that. I would. I really would. When is the last time we ever seen a father versus son? Like, just I don't even know. Have we ever had one?
Vince and Shane.
That don't count. That ain't. That's comedy for me. Like
that's comedy. Oh, you mean like? You mean like
wrestling?
Like, I would watch that.
When that happened, neither one of them was trained in nothing. It was just.
That's what I'm saying. That's comedy.
Okay, fair point. All right, I give you another one. We just never got to really see it. Freaking Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle. Because that was coming. Y'all knew that was eventually going to happen, right? It was going to happen. And then Jason Jordan just had those unexpected injuries. We never got to close it.
Oh, man. That's funny, too. That's what I was like, man. I'm actually glad you brought that up.
I had to throw that in there, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there.
That's hilarious. But yeah, I wouldn't honestly mind seeing that though. Like that would be actually kind of cool. Just to see.
A solo Dom on his own. And the reason why I brought up the Legado thing, because I saw it on Twitter and I was like, that had my brain thinking. I'm like, that might be intriguing. Like
that'll be nice too.
Like if they keep the essence of Legado and like create this whole universe around the group, like where they're literally this mob boss of WWE or mafia style family of WWE, and they recruit Dom to take out Rey Mysterio because Legado or Santos Escobar is determined to be the next Latino superstar in WWE. I mean, they don't have to do it right away, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's like if they build it up to that. But that was just a little thought that I got out. I'm like, They already gave us a taste in 2.0 with Legado versus the D'Angelo family. So now it's like, okay, let them bring that to the main roster, but don't acknowledge the D'Angelo family. Let that stay down in 2.0 and just create your own cinematic universe with Legado trying to take over the WWE. That's just me. Next up, speaking of taking over, Seth Rollins versus Matthew Riddle.
I like
first
this
things
one
first.
Too.
What the fuck is this?
Man. Man.
All right. So y'all know y'all shout out to everybody following your boy on Twitter. I mean, y'all saw who I compared that to. That was him channeling his inner Curry man from Impact Wrestling. I don't know. Maybe Christopher Daniels just said, "Hey, yeah, I got these threads you can borrow real quick. Curry man, go ahead." He's like, "Oh yeah, I like this. Let me try this out real quick. I can make this work." Doing himself just, I don't know, right?
That's so funny. Cause everyone's like, "Man, what outfit you got on, bro?"
The only other person coming to mind is Elton John, but I don't get it.
Someone said this.
Someone said that too. Yeah, Rocket Man. Yep. Somebody said like Elton John vibes.
Yep, and that's exactly what it's based off of. So yep, sounds about so right.
Funny. And that's so funny. I have respect for him too.
It's literally the same attire. They just flipped they made it orange instead of whatever color this was on Rocket Man.
Wow.
But what did you think about this match, Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle? Did you expect it to be this good, or did you have
I didn't.
low expectations? We'll start off with Suela because she said she.
I didn't for real. I didn't expect it to be that good. Okay. I knew it was gonna be good, but not that good. Yeah, for real. Okay. Like I didn't for real. But then, it's like when I had to replay back, especially when it happened, it was going at it, and it was like off the air. I was like, oh yeah, like they gotta fight now. You got to fight now. Like Riddle, come on, you over here talking trash. You think somebody not gonna say that back? Like, come on.
You want to talk about my family? Let's talk about your family.
Right, let's talk about yours.
Your wife divorced you and your kids.
You want to get on? You should never. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's only right. You can't just get on somebody and expect them not to come back at you.
The moral of the story is simple. Don't mention this man's wife.
Right.
Do not mention this man's wife, because if you mention this man's wife,
we was good at first. We kept it professional. Then you.
But no, I actually they actually referenced on where their beefs came from, because I think Seth Rollins did an interview with Ariel Helwani earlier today, and he was basically like, it started with when Riddle's ex-wife legit body shamed Becky, and he was like, you didn't have to agree with what she said. I understand she's your ride or die or whatever, but it's like sometimes he's like, basically, sometimes shutting the fuck up is always an option. You didn't have to say nothing. You could pull her to the side and be like, you know what? Don't say that. Don't delete the tweet. And
like that's my job. You messing with be quiet.
But and I like what Seth Rollins said. I like what Seth Rollins said. He said he's talented in the ring, but he gets in his head gets in the way. He got a big head. He said because he mentioned, he's like, you mentioned he was disrespecting people like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar and all these people above his pay grade. He was like, just earn your dues, earn your spot. Don't just talk shit because you can. He's like, it's like people won't want to work with you, because he said when he first got called up, he said, I do not want to work with him. I never wanted to work with him. But then he was like, I guess as time went on, he was like, I just gotta be professional, because he's like, I'm not gonna have a slice of pizza with you. I'm not gonna hang with you when backstage. He was like, when we get in that ring, when that red light is on, we're gonna be professional. And that's what he said. So it's basically a shade of real and kayfabe. And he legit, he was like, and that's okay. Like, everybody don't need to be like, I hate this notion where everybody has to be best friends. I'm not friends with everybody I go to work with. I show up, clock in, and get the fuck home. Like, no,
and I ain't gonna lie, here's the thing. I'm the type of person where it's like, I don't mean to be picky, but as like all my years of like growing up and maturing and things of that nature, it's like now I only got my favorites. That's it.
I was having a conversation with my mom today, because I was taking her to get her blood drawn, and I told her, I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you show me you're not a priority to me, you're not gonna be a priority to me. Or if you show me who you are, I'm gonna believe you, like Maya Angelou said. So it's like, if and in this case, if Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle don't get along, that's okay. As long as y'all
Right.
as long as y'all don't try to get out here and injure each other
Mm-hmm.
intentionally, then y'all, I don't see no problem. We got a bomb ass match out of it because
Mm-hmm.
this was a great match.
It was.
Agreed.
And obviously, Seth, I guess he's still freaking, but Seth Rollins picked up the win. And finally, Seth Rollins got a win on pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
But
Finally.
but to be but no, I like the ending though, where Seth Rollins was like, you ain't shit, you're a loser.
Oh yeah, like he was just like, yo, like I'ma let you know now, like you
He
know,
said-
to my level, you still a rookie. Calm down.
This man basically came out
I'm
here
finna
and
chop you up right now.
this man basically came out here said, you a bitch, your mama a
Finna
bitch,
humble
your daddy you a bitch, your mama a bitch, your daddy a bitch, your ex a bitch, your kids gonna know you a bitch just by looking at you. That's basically
But see,
how he
that's the thing. That's what get me about some of these people who are like, it don't matter what it is. It could be sports, it could be music, it could be anything. Creativity, it could be anything. When you have people who have been the greats before you, you need to have respect. You know what I'm saying? They did, and then you got some of them paved the way so you can have that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't just no, and they just hand it to you. Like really?
Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't finna be on here and defend him trashing Goldberg because I don't give a fuck about Goldberg. But at the same time, it's like you ain't gotta. It's like sometimes less is more. That's how I look at it.
Right.
The reason why I'm in my position as one of the most requested sound engineers in Atlanta is because I paid my dues for over 10 years. I sat down, I shut up, and I paid attention, and I'm more than eligible to replace people. And if that come off as arrogant, that's me tooting my own horn because I can toot away. But at the same time, the moral of it is earn your dues and learn when to shut up, and that's basically what Seth Rollins did. But at the end of the day, that's behind the scenes. What you saw in on screen was actually a fun match that I personally enjoy. But now I have the question: where do you think they go with this match? Because Rollins won clean, no
He
shenanigans.
He did.
He won clean. So
He
where do you see them going with this? Let's start off with Hi-Lite. Where do you see them going with Seth Rollins and Riddle? Like, do you think they're gonna run it back? Because I know Seth Rollins during his celebration, he says, "Now stay the fuck away from me," basically.
I think this falls on Triple H on what he wants to do with it. You know, because when you think about it, this was supposed to be SummerSlam. He went a different direction with it, right? So when you think about SummerSlam to now, Triple H did this opposite of how obviously Vince and them were going to do it. Because had that still been a Vince book thing, we would have had that back when we were at SummerSlam. I'm sure it would have still been a banger, but it would have been one of those things where it would have been like, it had been shoved down our throats so much that we would have been kind of tired of it by now. But given all the brawls, I really did enjoy the promo package behind this match. I enjoyed this match. I enjoyed the finish of it, and that super curb stomp, because I don't think we've ever seen a super curb stomp before.
Off the top? Nah.
No, yeah, that was the first. I was like,
nice.
Well, that's different. I was like, no better way to say I hate you. No better way to say I hate you than a super curb stomp. I ain't gonna give you a regular one. I'm gonna give you a regular one, then I'm gonna set you up for a big one, son. Like, what's up? Like, I mean, honestly, I can see them continuing this a little bit. I'm just trying to think of the pay-per-view. I mean, because at this point, in Seth's case, we all know they're just saving him for Cody. You know, they're saving him for when Cody gets back. You know they got to run it one back. You know they got to run it back one more time. And this time it's under the Triple H regime, so you know they're going to make sure this one is in a right build-up. You know,
I wouldn't be surprised to give him like a 3 stages of hell type beat.
They could, you know what I'm saying? I would say Hell in a Cell, but you know that's too played out right now, and
we
Triple
already
H knows that.
And we already did it. That's because remember Cody had the whole purple titty. So,
yeah. Oh, I thought you meant with Riddle. My fault. I thought you meant with Riddle, but I mean, in terms of
if they want
Cody,
if they want to, but as far as Cody is concerned, I wouldn't be surprised if they just honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he just do an attack and move on.
Yeah, he could. He could do an attack.
Because he already beat him. He has nothing to prove. He already beat him 3 times.
This is true. He really did. And I mean, we all know that was also like just to write him off TV, having Seth do that per se, right? So, I mean, it could be one of those, depending on when Cody comes back. Maybe it could be a Royal Rumble spot where he just shows up and eliminates Seth, and that's the end of it, right? It could be something like that.
Remember Chris Jericho and Edge in 2010.
Facts.
That's
exactly what I was thinking.
Jericho. So that's what I'm like, they can do it like that, so it won't be awkward.
Agreed. Yeah. So I mean, in terms of with this feud, there's no telling. You know, Triple H could end it here. I mean, I think if this is the end, that was pretty solid for what it was. And if it continues, I'm just trying to think of where they would elevate it. Maybe a street fight or
3 stages of hell. If they want to do Riddle versus Rollins, like first fall can be Falls Count Anywhere, second fall can be like say a street fight, and third fall can either be an I Quit match or a steel cage.
Yes, and I get Triple H versus Stone Cold No Way Out 2001 vibes when you said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just like that.
Just run it back.
I'm down for it. I just wanted to happen.
Run it back, and that's it. That's
win in the well.
Right.
But you know, this feud does signify one thing. Going to your point about how like it's a blend of like the realistic feud / just being professional. You know, watching all those WWE rival biographies so far on AEW, like catching up. You know, Jerry Lawler talked about how back in, you know, Tennessee, they had a sign literally saying, you know, personal rivalries make tons of money, right? I'm paraphrasing it, but it was like they had a sign literally telling you that. And clearly that's a fact, because some about these realistic feuds, I mean, even with AEW, with, you know, despite Eddie Kingston and Sammy's kind of, you know, not playing out too well, but the Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa feud, they can't stand each other, but they put on bangers together. So, I mean, clearly, if it's money, it's money. So, run it back if you want to, and if not, that was a great way to end it in my book.
Yeah, like it felt real. We got some memes out of it. I ain't gonna tell you how long I'm gonna be using that bitch meme from Seth Rollins.
Oh my
God! Because when the first hit, I said, "Well, rinse do, bitch."
I'm definitely gonna be saying that now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then to wrap up the Clash at the Castle review, but before we wrap it up, if you are new around here, make sure you hit us up. What is that? Is that me?
Yo.
That's me, fellas. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, I thought I was tripping.
I was in the zone. I was like, oh snap.
Like, oh shoot. But we live. It's all good. But yo, if you haven't already, make sure you hit us up on social media and all that good stuff, and make sure you catch us out at our regular time. That is on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless we both have real life happen, and we'll probably try to do a Saturday, or we'll just cancel it. That's just how we roll around here. But the main event for Clash at the Castle was Roman Reigns defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre. No Usos, no Paul Heyman. It was Roman by himself. Report up at the start. Allegedly. Reportedly.
So they say.
They said the Usos.
Air quote.
They said the Usos was medically disqualified to there. I'm like, bro, let's be real. They could not travel to the UK.
And we knew that.
Because of legal issues. You know, I believe if you have a charge, you can't cross the border. So they had to write them off on SmackDown. And what did you guys think before we get the results? What did you guys think of this match, respectively? We'll start with Suela. What did you think about the psychology of the match?
Yeah, that's your boy. He gotta pick you. That's your boy. He got to go. That's your boy.
That's your boy. Roman.
No, but I give you that. The psychology, like, I love it anyway. Like, just
it was a few times.
The fact that he just pulling the Gemini. So it's like, go ahead. Like, I like it. Like, the fact that you was getting this,
That man was talking all this. That man was talking all the shit with his dramatic ass.
I saw that tweet too. I was like, Gresh, get off of Roman.
Like his dramatic ass, bro. Like he's so dramatic. Like he like, I'm by myself. He kicking out. He like, I'm all alone. Like why? Did you see him he raised his hand up at Charles? He's like,
yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm about to fuck the shit out of you.
I'm really about to smack you. But it's so crazy how, like, I think it was when they was getting into like the preview of it before they start like getting into the match, they said that like Roman looks like, I think it was either Corey Graves that was doing commentary. He was somehow how like Roman was looking like he had like concern, like when Drew McIntyre like shows up or when he's like in the ring with him. And it's like, well, I will give it to Drew. Like Drew gives you a go. Like it ain't no, it's not an easy fight like with him. So that's what I do like about the dynamic between him and Roman. It's like, okay, cool. Like you got a fighter that's stubborn in the ring. You got another one the same way. Yeah, like, and it's not their first feud. It's not the first time they've been in the ring before. They've been in the ring plenty of times, so they know each other's, weaknesses, like the chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all right. So the fact that like they can feed off of each other, and it's like, okay, like, well, not only we got one belt on the line, but let's put 2 belts on the line. You know what I'm saying? It makes it even bigger in my opinion. But I liked it though. Like I enjoyed it from start to finish though, honestly. And the fact that like even though he felt like kind of bad that he didn't win that day, like he didn't win today, it's like I think he's still gonna come after Roman even more. Yeah. Like he ain't gonna end it just like that. Like ain't no way. Like he gonna come back. So it's like I'm cool. Like I'm all right.
All right. Hi-Lite, what are your thoughts on like the match in ring wise?
Definitely if it hadn't been for Gunther and Sheamus, that would have been arguably my match of the night, right? But like this is definitely like second best match of the night. Out of what, as we mentioned, was a solid card. The psychology, man, the storytelling, the talking to yourself, the blank stares from Roman alone. I'm just like,
yes,
what I gotta do? Oh my God! Like just all these things. Even the way he just looked at the crowd, just in the fact, like y'all really gonna cheer your boy over me?
You're not gonna acknowledge
you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like
he got the mic too. Like hey, like before we do this, like hold on, let's do this right. Like, I'm not going this. Y'all gonna acknowledge me before we get this started. Ain't no way.
No,
Like,
what cracked me up, bro. I was like, yo, WWE games, I'm gonna need that Roman Reigns acknowledge me mid-match taunt in 2K23.
Man, what? That'd be so fire, bro.
Yes.
Like, look.
Like, you can't interrupt it. You can't interrupt it at all. You gotta wait, and you like, acknowledge.
Bro. Like this. Hey, first of all, one of my favorite parts though was that water bottle getting thrown at Drew because I'm sitting there like, you gonna get a fan just throw what? I'm like, we on Drew's turf. Yeah, because I'm like, Negro, we on Drew's turf. Right. I know somebody ain't just hating like that now. Wait a minute, right? And then all of a sudden they pan the camera across. I'm like, oh, that makes I forgot he was out there. I was like, they had this going so many ways that made you say, wait a minute, like you just couldn't tell how this was gonna go. And I love outcomes like this because it was like, is Karrion about to get like Cross? Is he about to get involved? Like then there was the theory that we eventually I forgot about that. It was just like, oh shoot, I forgot this ninja even had the money in the bank.
That's why I put out that tweet. All I said was, oh no.
I forgot completely about him.
Like look,
he didn't cross my mind.
He didn't cross mine either. Because Gresh, look, when we was at SummerSlam, remember how we was just like, they kept egging that on, making that obvious. So we knew he was coming out. It was just a matter of when, not if. This one was just like, we were like, next thing you know, they both knocked out. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Hold up. This is where I thought Cross was going to enter the fray. At this point, all of a sudden, A-Town. I'm like, oh, God, what are we finna get right now? Then like, as many, like, anytime Drew got speared, I'm thinking, okay, this must be it. Nope. Then Claymore kicks out, and I'm like, okay, this is definitely it. Because he ain't hit this yet. And then all of a sudden he kicks out. I'm like, oh, crap. Then he does it again. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's definitely over. Next thing you know, as soon as man, Solo almost missed his cue, boy, because he was an inch away.
Yeah.
Inch away.
Yeah.
Like, boy, I was like, Solo, if you missed this. I'm like, your big brother's going to be on your back.
You know what's funny about that? Like, at the end,
close.
when him and Roman was walking together when they was leaving out, because he looked at Solo, he was like, come on. But it's like, at first, when he really looked at him, he was just like, you know what? I should get you. I really should chastise you. I should chastise you in front of all these people, but I ain't going to do it right now. But we going to have a talk when we in that room, because, boy,
I'm talking about he was so like it was that one was so slow motion. It was like 1, 2, like you heard that was like this close to being 3. I'm like,
boy, you finna get it.
What cracked me up though? I think someone had said, bro, the bloodline is like that family that is like you know how you trying to fight somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They said, oh, here it is. They said, you know, the bloodline is the reason why you shouldn't mess with someone who has a lot of cousins that live in the block. Leave that person alone.
Yes.
Legit though, because you still got Jacob Fatu out there chilling. He could pop up at any given moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
And you got Lance Unwise too, so you can't just don't play.
Bro,
like, it's a bunch of us. Don't do that.
I'm telling y'all this right now. Nick Cannon is a big fan of the bloodline. Cause they got all them people in the blood. They got all them kids. He like, you know what? I'm gonna be just like the Anwai family. I'm gonna have all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
he
my
gonna be
God.
like the Hawaii and the Fatus. Like he did.
Someone said the bloodline. Someone said the bloodline is a hilarious stable because imagine you trying to fight your ops and they just got hella cousins that keep coming out of nowhere.
Yep.
like every time you look up,
it never ends.
You like I'm about to win, and then boom, there's another cousin,
including distant ones like Seth. Right.
And then extended family because you got Naomi, and then you got and then you got Nia Jax.
Yep. Name them.
Bro, it just don't stop. It just don't. Nope. You know what I'm saying? You got The Rock in Hollywood, nigga. It just don't stop.
And his kids. Let his little girls get up in there. Like, let them little kids get in there. It never ends.
Oh my God. It's a never ending continuous cycle.
And the little cousins. Like, it don't end.
Be like, at this point, I give up. That's it. No. Keep the titles. Roman was not playing. He meant that. No, you ain't getting these titles until I'm done with them. Like, I'm done.
And I'm not done.
At this point, that's exactly what it's going to be. This man going to mess around and pull an Oscar. He just going to relinquish the titles. Like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm going back to the island.
I'm done with this. I'm going back to the island of relevancy. Acknowledge me.
Oh my goodness!
They said with the ops. Bro. That little, you can't even fight the ops, bro, because it's literally the same old shit.
Sure can't. It's too many. Yeah. Retreat.
They probably gonna hit him with this. Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back!
Oh my God!
Like every time you look up, you just see a whole bunch of you see Solo, you see Roman. everybody just whooping each other's ass.
Oh
like, bro,
my God.
I cannot win to save my fucking life. Bro.
Yep.
Bruh.
Yep. That's exactly what it looked like.
Oh man!
At this point, it was a brawl, and I gotta get out of it. Like, I can't do it.
Ain't gonna work.
You got it, bro.
But that was the ending of the match. Basically, it was a great match as like in ring wise. Everybody was into it, but that was the outcome. We got Roman Reigns and still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. But can I be honest with y'all? We gotta get one of these titles off Roman.
One of them, yeah, one of them.
At least
got
one.
to go.
Yeah, at least one.
And
Like,
the same can be
I'm
said for the
proud of him.
Usos.
I
If
am.
you want to,
I am
Yes.
proud of him, but I'm just like, yeah.
it's about that time.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even be against, like, if they just gotta put the title on Theory, I wouldn't be against me saying I just want the WWE title. Or I wouldn't be against if Roman just showing up and say, you know what, he's like, you know what, I'm done with this title. Here you go.
Mhm.
Here you
Like
go.
here,
Here you go. Here's the WWE title.
just
Y'all
throw
got
it. Just, huh.
It's like, here you go. You got it. Y'all got it. But in all seriousness, it's about that time. Because I'm like, I feel like there's so many people that can be world champion. But then again, it's like I'm gonna need either that or Roman just got to show up on Raw.
and the same could be said with the Usos and the tag team titles, man, because this tag division starting to slowly creep back up, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
Imperium.
Yeah.
You got the Brutes, you know what I'm saying? You got the Brutes, the Profits, you know what I'm saying? The New Day still there, Alpha Academy, the Viking Raiders, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to creep up now. Like,
and more than likely,
Hit Row.
Hit Row.
Hit Row. Phantasma's gonna be coming soon too. Like, so it's like,
I guess you can count Maximum Male Models if you want.
Yeah, they weren't too bad. They there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, do we ever see them winning? No, but I mean, they make a little build up tag team.
Same with what you call it, Angel Garza and
Humberto, yeah, them too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a solid tag team division. You just gotta book them right, basically.
Yeah, agreed, man.
You can have the New Day as the veterans because they won literally every tag title known to man. Facts. You can have the Usos basically being top of the mountain, or you can literally start breaking them up and just say, you know what, we're going to defend the Raw tag team titles on Raw. We're going to defend the SmackDown tag team titles on SmackDown. If they just want to keep the brand split.
Now, I'm curious. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think? Now, we saw AEW introduce these
the trios titles.
Do y'all think WWE is trying to gear up for that at some point, given that we're seeing these 3-man stables popping up lately?
Nah.
Please don't. Please, for the love of God. For the love of God. For the love of God. No, please.
If they do that, I'm be just like, dang, like, wow.
I mean, because think about it. You got the New Day, even though they're a tag team, it's 3 of them. And when Big E back, that's 3. And then you got Imperium is 3. Bloodline, you know, now with Solo there, you got 3. I mean, it's a lot of trios in this roster right now. I'm just saying.
We're gonna leave that to AEW. Let them have their trio.
It's a lot. Like,
that's true because they got the trios. Meanwhile, you got WWE with these women's tag team titles. So at the end of the day,
that's too much.
Let them keep their titles.
Before you know it,
Hi-Lite trying to make us process all of this stuff, and we gonna be looking like, oh my god!
I mean,
like,
you know, I'm just
episode. I'm gonna be like, Gresh, why did he make us do this?
Hey, I just threw it out there because I'm seeing all these trios, man. It's too many of them. The Brutes, you know what I'm saying? I mean, dog, it's a lot of trios going on right now, man. I'm just like, are they gearing up for this?
A lot.
Nah, it's just a coincidence of the situation.
All right, I hope so, man.
This ain't happening. No, this is not happening.
I hope so.
No. But now tomorrow. But that was our WWE Clash at the Castle review. Really, it was a fun show, top to bottom. Shouts out to the UK crowd. Like UK international crowds, way better than American crowds. They got the chants off. You got the Bayley chant at the top. You got them chanting. It's like whatever they was chanting. I was like, bro, this is beautiful.
I heard a FU chant too.
I did too.
I definitely heard that. Coltrane, what's happening?
Let's go.
What's up with you? But yo, it was top to bottom. I appreciate that entire show. I appreciate the UK crowd. Like we didn't hear no what chant at all. We didn't hear them trying to. That's one thing I can appreciate of the UK crowd is that they weren't trying to make the show about them. And that's the one thing that I can always appreciate about the UK crowds is like they don't make the shows about them. They literally just say, you know what, let's just do our thing. Let us have fun. Let us embrace what we see in front of us. You don't see them trying to do pointless chants, do beach balls, none of that shit. They just literally out there just doing their thing, and I can.
They just happy they got
True.
a ticket.
Truth be told, you can say the same case for Canadian fans. I mean, at this point, any fans outside of the USA and Japan, you know what I mean? Same case. Like, it's crazy.
I'm ready for them to go back to Japan because the last time I remember them doing like a show in Japan was it Beast in the East?
Beast in the East. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a pretty lit show from what I remember. So that's why I was like, yeah, they Triple H, to my understanding, was trying to make WWE more global, hence the new formation as we know about the NXT Europe. So it's like, truth be told, I would not be surprised right now if we get more overseas type shows just to showcase. Like,
go ahead and announce that UK WrestleMania.
Ooh.
You basically just gave them a WrestleMania. You basically just gave them a WrestleMania.
Put that on the bucket list, Gresh. You know what I'm saying? If that happens, we say
my
bucket list is long.
My bucket list is long. My bucket list at the top of my list is to go to Japan for a year.
Oh, definitely.
To station into Japan for a year.
Yes.
And then my other bucket list is to travel to the UK at least once in my life. I don't even care if it's like a round trip. Like if I go for like a week and come back. Like just
a week. I just want to leave.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to go.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, man. Tomorrow, we not done. The weekend of professional wrestling isn't done. It's a long ass day tomorrow. But I know one thing we're gonna start off with is Clash, not Clash. Worlds Collide, NXT Worlds Collide, where they're merging NXT and NXT UK. We got the NXT UK Women's Champion Satomura versus NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose versus Blair Davenport to unify the titles. You have this match, the battle of the light skins, the Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for light skin folks. You got Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet for the NXT North American Championship. Then you have the main event, which will more likely be the main event, the NXT champion LeBron Breaker versus the big strong man, the big strong boy, NXT UK champion Tyler Bate, the first UK champion and the final UK champion. Then you have a fatal four-way tag team match to unify the tag team titles. That is the Creed brothers, Diamond Mine, Briggs and Jensen, Pretty Deadly, Yes Boy versus Gallus. Hey. And then you have the NXT UK Women's Tag Team Champions, Kaden Carter, respectfully, and Casey Catanzaro versus Doudrop and Nikki Cross. That is on tap for tomorrow, but I will more likely be checking out Worlds Collide. But since tomorrow is also Game of Thrones Day, because House of the Dragon episode 3 is on. If All Out is boring, I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch House of the Dragon at 9:00.
I gotta catch up with Rings of Power too, because Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. It's like a prequel. It's going way back before Frodo and Bilbo Baggins and all the other stuff. So
is that on Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
So they already have 2 episodes.
Okay.
I thought it was just one when they did the series premiere, and I thought it was just one episode. And I found my brother was like, "Nah, they got 2 episodes on here." And I said, "What? I'm about to watch the second episode." So yeah, like I'm excited for that too. So I actually like it right now. I'm like, okay, well, take it back then. I'm cool. I don't know what it is about some of these directors and these writers. It's one thing when you put stuff in books, but then it's like, when you making that happen, like on a screen, on a movie screen, it's like, dang, okay, we got these epic movies, and now all of a sudden, Lord of the Rings want to do a TV series. Like, okay, I can live with that. Like, all right, I can do that. Just don't make me go through another cycle of X-Men. Like, I was traumatized because it was so much going on. I said the same thing. Even with my mom, she loves X-Men. Like, she's seen every single movie, and I have too. But then I was like, okay, why are we going back and forth and in the future and doing this? And I said, this too much. I can't.
You
I
said,
can't.
fuck
I
this.
love it.
I'm
Fuck
confused.
this.
It's too much going on. I'm done. Like
Like,
I
please,
done watched it. It's enough. I can't keep going
you're like,
no more.
please go to hell. Please go to
God,
hell.
stop.
Like,
Like, please. Why y'all just couldn't do this at first and then take us up to speed and bring Hugh Jack and everybody else along? Why we got to go all the way back to the past and come back to the present? It's too much. It's too much
yeah,
going on.
I never, like time travel never works in movies. I don't
It's
care
like
what
it's
nobody
good,
tells
but
me.
it's like if you're gonna do all that, do it right.
You do time
Don't have
travels,
me.
and I say keep time travel in strictly the TV shows because because you have more time to map stuff out. But if you keep it for movie, that means you have to crunch it down to 2-3 hours, and it's not going to be digested properly. You're gonna have to cut some stuff. So time travel will never work in movies. You can
Except it's
try to
the
change.
time machine. That's okay.
You can
That's
try
one
to
movie I
change my
really
mind.
understood.
But anything as convoluted as the MCU should never do time travel. They can do multiverse, but time travel,
Yeah, the time
no.
travel. That's just. Mm.
I still ain't seen She-Hulk because apparently people mad because Meg Thee Stallion was in there twerking.
She don't come into like. She's in
Well,
there. She's in there. Like in certain scenes, she's in there. But then like getting close, to, like the end of like when they run after they run the credits, that's when she like does that. But other than that, it was no big deal. It's still a good
Oh,
episode.
okay. I still ain't seen one episode yet. I probably gotta check it out sometime since I have 4 days off before the shit storm next week for 2 shows back to back.
Well, since we mentioned Rocket Man, I got Rocket Man in 2 weeks, so that's gonna be fun for me.
Well, I like what you been up to content
man,
wise.
content wise, we working. We had to create the new studio and get it set up so we can bring some new content. Took a little time off because it's just been a busy season musically. We got a couple of gigs if you're in Atlanta. You know what I mean? September the 10th, Kingdom Fest coming up. So make sure y'all come through. $5 for a ticket. Even if you can't pull up, go grab a ticket anyway, man. $5 to go towards, feeding the homeless in the local Atlanta area.
Sweet.
And then, we got Flame Fest coming in October, where if you use the promo code Hi-Lite Real, you get $5 off on your ticket, things like that. So, been doing a lot, working on some more remixes, of course, as y'all know, because my wrestling fans out there definitely love their remixes right now. So we're working on some people, Greshing through some ideas. I got some ideas coming up for them.
I still got to finish Mark Henry.
We do. Hey, we got a couple in the bank that they don't know about shit, man. We got a couple.
I still got to finish Mark Henry because when I was because I already got the footage. I just got to do it because every time I'm about to start doing it, I got to work.
Yeah, no facts, bro. Facts.
So I'm like, well, shit, I got to do it later.
Yeah,
but the moment if I ever get to the point where I do content creation full time, then I'll have nothing but time to do that type of stuff. But bills got to get paid. But if you guys are enjoyed the review part, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, and give us a 5-star rating if you haven't already. But Hi-Lite, for real though, it's a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of people because people still hit me up. They say, "What happened to Freepedia?" Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, guys. Look. We ain't forgot about y'all on that, man. I promise y'all we're going to get y'all that content. Me and Gresh been grinding, man.
Our schedules has not been linked to the point. We did like maybe 1, 2, 3 videos, and then it was like, well, fuck, life happened.
Yeah, legit. And then on top of that, it's like some of these shows, man, just ain't been it, bro. Like we've been over here I find it funny. Everybody's starting to say the same thing we've been saying about All American now. Everybody talking about the corniness of the acting or this and that. And we just like, bro, we've been telling y'all that. Like,
we trying to figure out when y'all gonna catch the hint.
They've been playing hot potato with swapping spit with women left and right with the same cast. That's the CW formula. They don't ever. It's like when you do the relationships, they always make it. It's like they start off with a story and then they get into like they get obsessed with relationships in the later season every time.
It's really weird.
It's beyond ass at this point to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm over this.
Legit, bro. I'm sitting there. I'm just like, hey, it's some cool shows I'm waiting to come back, man. Like I'm waiting on Stars to let me know when Heels 2 coming. Season 2 for Heels or BMF season 2. Waiting on a couple of things coming in the fall.
Well,
know
they
what I
got
mean?
I think they got the Power universe. If anybody watches Power, so they got the prequel Raising Kanan. I think they just started the second season on that. I think because I watched. It's like 3 episodes in now. So and then they got anybody who watches The Shy. That's a good show on
Yes, it is.
Showtime. So I think
Sure.
they just dropped the season finale for this, and they just got renewed. So that's
Shout
a good
out
thing.
Iman Shumpert.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, man.
It's so much.
boy.
It's some good content. They just
It is.
hidden behind. They're just hidden behind paywalls. Really, like you
Yeah.
don't really see anything on TV.
Agreed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, thank God for a time where wrestling is back to being great for us.
Interesting.
Man. Yeah,
Again,
interesting again for us. You know what I mean?
But
whether it's for negative reasons or for positive reasons, but that's neither here nor there.
it's still interesting.
It's still interesting. Thank you for the headlines, people. We appreciate it. You know what I mean? It makes things a lot easier on the content on this side of things.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I'm ready for Lions MC. That's what I'm ready for. I'm gonna need them to hurry up. They don't come out till next year. I'm like,
I'm ready. Hey, I know Gresh like me, man. I know you ready to see what this fight forever looking like too, man.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Bro.
You know,
I know a lot of people was like graphic wise, but yo, man, the beauty behind Fight Forever is giving me No Mercy. Here Comes the Pain vibes. It's supposed to be fun. So will it be perfect? No game is perfect, but it'll be something.
Yeah.
It'll be something fun for content. It'll be something fun just for if you want to have fun with friends. Like it looks like it's meant to be. It's not meant to be taken serious. It's a video game. We're so used to 2K and them trying to be mimicking to life, and not really step outside the box. I think the last time 2K stepped outside tried to step outside the box was WWE 2K20, and that shit was beyond ass.
And now they got 23.
And now they got 23 on the way. So they got NBA 2K23 on the way.
Wait,
has
so does that mean
Madden yet?
Huh?
Has anybody played Madden yet? Or Madden, is that even out yet?
It's
No?
out.
It's out, but I haven't heard a lot about it. And like I've had mixed reviews.
I just heard about it like the soundtrack. I ain't hear like
Madden.
who done played it. Is it
Madden
30?
Madden hasn't been popping since 2005.
I agree. Yeah, Madden. I may even go to say like, I mean, I used to play it like the last one I think I played was like 2013 was probably the last one I played, but then like fell off for a while, came back with 19, and after that I fell off again. So it's like I'm hearing mixed reviews on this. Some people are just like it sucks. Some people are saying
I don't even see people make content on it. Like you know how people
Really?
are live on Twitch and all this stuff. I have not come across Madden once, and I'll be scrolling curiosity. I have not come across it once.
You know, it's kind of funny. Like sports games are a lot like how we were about WWE for a while. You know, like when WWE didn't have AEW or any of these like competitors like on their level, and how we were just like, man, we need somebody to like kick WWE in the butt a little bit. You know, make them make their content a little better. Like that's kind of how it is. Like it's gonna take and it's gonna be hard because of licensing and all that. But NBA 2K is feeling like the same old game to people. Because they ain't got no, you know, NBA Live EA doesn't make NBA games like that anymore. Vice versa, you know, EA makes the Maddens, but 2K ain't making a football game. So it's like, you know, and poor boxing, man. Like people been craving for that.
I'm about to say I ain't seen a good boxing game since
Fight
2002.
Yeah, man, them fight night games, bro. Them fight night games were the truth.
And that was on like what? Was that N64 or GameCube?
It was kind of more PS2 era. PS2? Yeah, that was the PS2 era.
You know what? Yeah. Well, keep going. You heard. Go ahead.
I'm about to say I think the last time I played a boxing game was on N64, and that was in 2000.
Why that sound like Ready to Rumble, bro? That sound like Ready to Rumble. Yeah, that sound like Ready to Rumble.
my character is Afro Thunder, and like that's my boy. Like that's like my guys. Like that's crazy.
Boo! Yeah.
Oh my god! I was just looking for that game like a couple days ago too. I was like, dang, I wonder if they still got this game, or like or how can I get it back, or how can I?
There's so many games I want to play.
I missed it.
There's so many old games I want to tap into, like Day of Reckoning.
Yes,
Like,
bro. What?
Yeah.
Come on. That was the only reason I wanted a GameCube was because of that game, bro.
I
I
think I
still
had a
want the old Donkey
GameCube.
Kong. Like, oh my god.
I think I had a GameCube for 3 games. That was Day of Reckoning 1 and 2. It was that street basketball game. That had
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Was it big?
NBA, NBA Street. That was NBA Street.
It had like Nelly and all these people in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I think the other one was Mario Kart, basically, because my mama loved Mario, so
that makes
sense.
Me and her growing up,
me and her would play Mario Kart. So
that's
what I'm saying. I'm like, so many these games though. Like it's like a lot of that's why I'm interested in AEW Fight Forever, because it's not 2K. It's not.
Yeah.
It's literally its own genre. The mini games threw me off for a minute, but then I was just like, but then I took a puff of the cushion. I'd say, you know what, I'm gonna enjoy it. So
yeah, thanks. Because I agree.
It's meant to step outside the box. But we're not gonna keep y'all here that much longer, because if you just if you enjoyed today's extra, I'm letting y'all know right now that we're more than likely not going to review All Out and Worlds Collide. We'll probably say that for the weekly show, because I can already tell you All Out is probably going to end at like when TDJ does another revival.
I will say, you know, I will probably to anybody, you know, Life's Boss podcast, man. Shout out to a guy that we met SummerSlam weekend. You know what I'm saying? My boy Rick. You know, me and him gonna probably tag team. Give you guys, you know, like a little prediction show before everything kicks off. So if you want to, you know, just get our thoughts and predictions on how we think some of these cards are going to turn out, you know, even though we know Rick ain't really much of an AEW guy, you know, he's still down to kind of, you know, give a little bit of insight on that, you know. So we'll give y'all a nice little prediction show. But I agree. I don't know if I could do the review in that same night. Not with the way that show is going to go for AEW.
That's a long ass show. That is a long ass show. But as always, we did give our preview and predictions over on the episode 18 of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. And if you guys want to, more than likely, like I did on Twitter today for Clash at the Castle, I will upload our respective predictions on Twitter, twitter.com/Gresh Unleashed, so you guys can react when we do watch, because I'm telling you this right now, I will watch Worlds Collide because I'm interested in Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet. Man. All Out, I'm interested in Eddie Kingston versus Ishii.
Okay.
And Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. And anything involving Swerve in Our Glory.
Of course.
And
the Acclaimed.
And the Acclaimed. And the ladder match. Everything else, I don't care.
Who did you? Okay, so I probably didn't catch. Did y'all give a prediction on who y'all thought that mystery person is that they got there? Because you know, Tony Khan gave a nice little surprise in a minute.
I was high as hell, so I probably forgot.
I don't think we did. Like, I don't even think we did do that.
Yeah, because he ain't gave a nice surprise in a while. And the way Triple H been.
To be honest with you, I hope it's nobody signed. I mean, nobody that's newly signed, because I'm over the signings. let it be somebody returning from injury. Let it be Adam Cole, or let it be Brian Cage or something. Just throw a name out there. Let it be Big Cat. Hell, just let it be Big Cass, since he already debuted on Wednesday. Or what's his name? W. Morrissey. My apologies.
Thanks. I mean,
but speaking of knockouts, you remember earlier when you mentioned the little theory situation with WWE Clash? I sent y'all a little something in your Instagram, in your DM, and you gonna laugh, because I was like, I wasn't expecting that, but it's so funny, and I was happy.
Oh god!
And I had to send it. And I was like, dang, this what happened at the end?
Oh, this gonna be interesting, y'all.
It's funny.
Lord. Lord.
It's very funny.
You heard that punch too.
You really did, bro. Like,
you heard that punch.
Talk about meme city. That right there.
There's another
one.
There's another meme finna happen. I was like,
that's the thing about wrestling, right, bro? Like, stop taking this shit so serious. Like, we here laughing. I'm pretty sure people tuning in for the first time for the Gresh and Leaks podcast are like, all these dudes and dudettes did was just laugh. Like, that's the point. Like, wrestling,
that's the thing.
100% serious, bro. Like, if if you out here trying to do like, if you want an analyst breakdown, go check out these other big YouTubers or content creators and podcasters that do that type of stuff. You'll probably get one match from me that I'll probably do like a full breakdown because I really enjoyed it or I studied it for no reason. But other than that, you're not about to get like we here for the laughs. We here to just meme the hell out of shit. So I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, our reactions be popping up on people's timelines because we just be here just chopping it up. But with that being said, where can we, before we get out of here, where can they find you on social media, Hi-Lite? For those of you who are new around here.
If you're new to the game, man, I don't know how you don't know your boy already, man. Me and Gresh tag team so many times. Y'all already know what it is. But still welcome anyway, man, because we love y'all out here. You know what I mean? Y'all see behind me. Follow all things Life's a Botch Podcast. Twitch, Lord, TikTok, Instagram. But also just follow the brand behind the brand that gives the platform that's Life's a Botch, man. OTS Media Co. If you love sports, gaming, if you love music, all these other types of different contents, man, check out the page on Instagram, man. They give you daily news and updates every single day. So follow them on Twitter, follow them on Instagram. And if you like music, I mean, shout out to Gresh, bro. Anytime we doing all kind of wrestling remixes for y'all, man, just follow the artist page at Hi-Lite Life on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, much love.
Pretty straight to the point, because I'm telling y'all this right now. OTS Media, there's no one's paying me to share their stuff. I've known Derek literally since we were kids. So anytime he posts stuff, I'm like, yo, I'm introducing y'all to OTS Media. I don't care if it's like, because it's so very few Black owned entertainment media companies. So I'm like, I'm making my mission to go out of my way to support that. And if you guys want to support us, that's speaking of support, and that's a nice little segue. If you guys want to support us, make sure you follow us on social media at Gresh Unleashed. That is on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or you can visit www.gressunleashed.com for all your audio formats. If you don't know exactly where you want to listen to your podcast, go to gressunleashed.com and it will tell you it's our home HUD for everything that you can get Gresh Unleashed. And we are literally episode 18 episodes in officially since the relaunch. So whole audio nuggets for you guys to listen to. It's just literally us just chopping it up and just literally being nonsensical. And as always, when we come back, I'm getting tongue tied. Let me pop a joint a little bit. Hold on. Whoo, had to calm myself because I got a little tongue tied. Just when in doubt, smoke a joint. But anyway, we are usually live on every Thursday, typically at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If not, we usually try to go live on Saturdays earlier in the day, because who's going to try to we're going to try at least get you guys some content weekly. And if we can't, we'll just not have it, and then I'll just make up for it for new content over on the Gresh on YouTube channel, which is still going through a change of content in its own right. Just like we did this past episode, the segments are here to stay. The unpopular wrestling opinions. If you guys have not already joined the Gresh Digital Discord, make sure you guys join there and submit unpopular wrestling opinions you think people should hear. It will be answered anonymously, because we don't believe in, because the IWs, they like to bully people for some reason for having varying opinions, because y'all get no bitches. And then we also have the Unleashed at the House segment, which we will be reviewing Game of Thrones House of the Dragon. That's a show that we divulge right back into that chaotic world. And then obviously the Chop It Up with the Bandit segment, which is led by Swallow the Bandit, as well as she's going to have her own UFC segment. We're slowly transitioning into a sports centric podcast with a sprinkle of entertainment. And our main focus is to be wrestling, but we're going to try to incorporate other sports that we watch as well. And congratulations to Serena Williams on her 27 on ending her 27-year career
Yeah.
in tennis. Speaking of legends,
Yeah.
gotta give her props. And
Yes.
thank you, Serena, because and I like what she said in her post interview. She said it would be no Serena without Venus, and shout out to Venus as
Yeah.
well. So two legends in the tennis game. And speaking of following us to wrap it all the way up, if you don't know where I am at Josh Gresham ORG. That is on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. I am Joshua Gresham ORG, as well as you can check out Suela at Suela the Bandit 3 on Twitter, and Rebel Bandit, I believe, on Instagram. And also, if you want to check out any links directed to me, solo.to/Gresh or solo.to/Suela, as far as anything involving Suela the Bandit. And other than that, do I got anything else to announce? I believe that is all we have for upcoming. Like I said, we're not going to be reviewing Worthwhile and All Out on Monday on Sunday, because that's going to be a long ass show. We thought about doing Monday, but I don't know. We're still kind of thinking about it. If we do decide it, we'll let you know on Sunday. Most definitely. If not, we'll see you guys right back here on Thursday for our regular time slot. It will be tape delay because your boy got to work, so it will be a new episode most definitely next week, but it'll be tape delay, so because your boy got to work. And then speaking of coming up, I got some new interviews dropping soon. The next one that I am going to be dropping on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So much content. I literally forgot to announce that. Fellow content creator Ango will be joining the Unleashed table to discuss content creating and YouTube and wrestling itself. That was a brilliant conversation. And I got some more on the way lining up, trying to drop in. If you haven't already checked out the previous interviews that we already dropped, make sure you do so by checking out the interviews I had with all Vibe members: BDE, Deontay DDJ, Tyler El Guapo, DBW, Ruthless Lala, Chris Danger, and Chris Denker as well. And we move. That's all I can say. We move. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's bonus episode of the Gresh and Unleashed podcast. Once again, thank you to Hi-Lite Real and Suela the Bandit for always joining me when possible. But make sure you guys, if you don't know in this world, make sure you guys stay safe out here. That's all I can ask. Just stay safe out here in this world of unknown, because so much going on, so much health and stuff, safety stuff's going on. But make sure you guys stay safe. But as your voice or your favorite voice of that does the most, I am the voice that does the most. I have to remind you of the one known, and that is you are appreciated, especially by me, especially by Hi-Lite, especially by Suela. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Be breezy.